Good morning. Day number 19 on the Appalachian Trail. Before I get into today's plans, I got to talk about last night at camp. It was just after sunset and everybody was settled in and everything was quiet. People were trying to go to sleep. And down to the left of my tent, I heard some cracking noises, something moving in the woods. And the water source is down there, and I kept hearing it getting closer and closer to camp. Leaves rustling, twigs snapping, shrubbery moving around. And it kept getting closer and closer, and it came very, very close to camp. Close to my tent, not like right up beside, but close enough to get my attention. And then it went up the hill, kind of circled around, and then went over to the other side where some other hikers were camping. Now, this is the first time since I've been out here that I've heard a large creature, some sort of animal moving around in the woods close to my tent. Automatically, the first thought is a bear. And so some people this morning were saying it was a bear. Some people were saying it was a deer. Or a few deer, whatever. The only thing I know is that's the first time that's happened, and it certainly got my attention. Then later on in the night, there was an owl. It had to have been in a tree right above where I was camping, and it was hooting super loud, and its buddy was responding down the ways a bit. So there was a good amount of activity in the camp last night, but other than that, slept pretty good. Just anxious for today. So speaking of today is Wednesday, and so my plan is to hike about 11 miles to the next shelter. Get up in the morning, which will be Thursday. Hike, I think 4 or 5 miles into Fontana. Have the rest of Thursday to kind of unwind, and then take a full 0 on Friday there in Fontana before heading into the Smokies. So resupply, get my permit for the Smokies and all that good stuff on Friday. So anyways, today's plan, about 11 miles to the next shelter. So when I came out here, I had a grand plan of like all these big mountains that I summit and go over. I had this plan of maybe, Googling what the mountain was and sharing with y'all information about each mountain, what the name of it was, who it was named after, the history of it, events that took place on it, why it's called what it is, all those sort of things. Interesting little facts about each one. But as I've gotten into this hike, that plan is out the window. Here's what I'll tell you about all these mountains, regardless of the name or the history of them. They're all big, they're all tall. They're all tough to climb. They're all tough to descend. And when you get over one, there's another one waiting for you to do that all over again. So that is the gist of all these mountains. I might throw, if I hear of something or run across something, I might throw a few little historical or facts out with you, but for the most part, that's what I've learned about each and every one of these mountains. Big, tough, and there's more ahead. I wanted to talk a little bit about this trail, the trail itself also. It's very impressive. This thing runs from Georgia to Maine, and you could literally jump on trail and just follow the white blazes. Either going Nobo, which is northbound, or Sobo, which is southbound. You could jump on this trail and literally just watch for the white blazes, and it could get you all the way from Georgia to Maine, or if you're going southbound, Maine to Georgia. Now, with all our modern conveniences, I've got several apps. Far Out app shows you where all the shelters are, water sources are, gives you the mileage and everything. I also have the AT Guide app, which gives you all those facts. Then I have a weather app and a resupply app. But I mean, literally, you could just jump on here and follow the white blazes. Now, there are some spots where the white blazes are a good distance away, and if you're not, really paying attention, you can think, oh my goodness, did I get off trail? Did I take a side trail or whatever? But when that happens to me, I look for the trekking pole holes that's on either side of the trail, where people take their trekking poles, stab them in, and so there's these little holes. And so if you're wondering if you got off trail, if you don't see a white blaze, it's comforting to see those trekking pole holes to guide you along. But overall, this is an impressive trail with the length of it and how well and easy it is to navigate. wrapping up today. Made it to, what's the name of this place? Cable Gap Shelter, I believe. Something close to it. Set up the tent. Settling in for the night, had dinner. 11.7 mile day today. Legs are tired. Oh, you can see the privy in the background too. But plan to get a good night's sleep. Should be a shorter day tomorrow. About 5.5 miles into Fontana, where I'll get a room, spend the night, and then take a full 0 on Friday. Get everything in order for the Smokies. So, just gonna relax the rest of the night. Take it easy, and get ready for another day tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all. We'll see ya back on the trail tomorrow.